So I just wanted to come and do this video because I am getting ready to move in the next, what's this month? This month is August, might as well say September, in the next 3 months. So I have been working on a 3, 6, and 9 month emergency fund for the longest, and I had a version that I thought was going to work for me, but now it's not going to work for me. So I just wanted to come on here and work with you guys on my new 3, 6, and 9 month expenses so you can kind of see what I do. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and start by saying, for me, my 3, 6, and 9 month expenses will definitely only be a bare bones budget, meaning just the basics, just some things I may or may not need. As we go through each item line, I'll explain to you why I'm keeping it or the thoughts that I'm having, but I prefer to be over prepared than under prepared, so that's kind of like my train of thought for that. So yeah, also I have set like a new emergency fund goal, or just a goal that I would just like to have in my savings at all times. So let's jump right into it and get to it. I'm not going to be using like any stickers or decorative elements because this is supposed to be like very functional, not, you know, cutesy or whatever, but I am still going to be using my Happy Notes planner so that I can keep it inside of what I consider to be my budget planner. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right in. So let's work on the 3 month expenses. So I'm going to tell you guys how I looked at it when I started considering like what I wanted to take in for like emergency funds and stuff like that. So I looked at what some of my bills that I have every month that are reoccurring that I would probably need or that I couldn't really get rid of for some reason. And so for the first bill, it is Silhouette, and this is just like it's a machine, and I pretty much just use it to like make vinyls for like the cash envelope pouches that is going to be coming soon to my Etsy shop. I use it to make the stickers that you guys see me playing with monthly. So yeah, and how this subscription works is you have to sign up for like a whole year. So I don't think my subscription is over until November, and if you cancel it earlier, you get charged for like the whole thing up front, I think, if you cancel earlier. And so I'm just like, you know what, it's no need for me to even like cancel early. Let me just go ahead and keep it until November, and then once November comes, I can decide whether or not I want to keep it or not. So that is $13.01 a month. And in order to find out what I would need for 3 months of expenses, I would just multiply that by 3. And I guess I'll go ahead and do the math with you guys on here. I've kind of figured it out already on the side, but I can definitely do the math with you. So 1301 times 3. So for 3 months, I would need to find $39.03, and the 1301 is the exact amount. So next up, we have my personal loan, and my personal loan is going to end in September of 2021. So that's definitely not going anywhere. So for 3 months of expenses, I would need $570 to cover it. So that's just what that's just my process of doing it. So for Apple, this is I'm just gonna put Apple Music because this is my subscription, and times 3. So $16.32. Next up is credit card. Now for me, this one was a little bit tricky because my minimum balance is only it depends on how I pay it. Normally my minimum balance is about $55, but if I pay a little bit more, like next month it actually went down to like 40 something dollars. So I don't really know. So my train of thought for my credit card is, this is the #1 debt that I'm trying to handle and pretty much basically get rid of. Like, I don't want a balance on this credit card anymore. I'm over it. I'm done. I am finished with it. Like, after I get to a $0 balance, I don't plan on spending anything on that card that I can't replenish. So my train of thought was, why not go ahead and prepare myself to pay not just the minimum, but the extra payments that I am paying now. So I put down $350. Now, I know a lot of people might not do this or might not agree with this, but it's just what I decided to do. And then for that total, it's $1,050. And so the reason why I decided to do this is because, like I said, I want to be over prepared. I want to still be able to pay my main bills just how I am paying them now with a job, even when I no longer have a job. I don't know how long that gap period between me having a job and not having a job is going to be, which is why I went out to 9 months, because I'm hoping that it's only 3 months, but if it's 9 months, it's 9 months. I feel more comfortable, and right now I'm closer to the 3-month mark than anything. So that just means that I have to hustle to find a job. I will get my last check if everything goes how I plan in October, and October will pay for all of the November bills. So then I will only have to worry about December, January, and potentially February. But I'm aiming to have a job by the first of the year, January. So we will see how that all plays out. Alright, so next up is going to be my car payment, and you guys, that is not going anywhere. So I will say that my minimum balance is no longer $482. It is a little bit lower, but I want to be mentally prepared, as I said before, to pay what I would normally pay. Now, if push comes to shove and I notice that I'm having like difficulty paying like my actual minimum my actual like max balances, I shouldn't say minimum because these aren't minimum, my actual max balances, I will go down and just pay only my minimum balances. And then once I like pick up a job or whatever, start that back up, then I will be, you know, making extra payments. But yeah, so I'm just preparing to go over and beyond, because I feel like it's better to have more than to have not enough. All right, so next up is Instant Ink, and it is what I use for my printer to get ink, because it's cheaper this way than going out and buying an ink cartridge every single time. So what happens is they monitor how much you spend. Well, not how much you spend, how much ink you use, and when they think you're running low, they send you more. Now, for this one, I'm saying $5.44 because that is the package that I have now. But I do have the availability to go down to $2.99. So, say for instance, I don't take my printer with me. Well, I'm taking my printer with me, but it's a potential that I may be staying at my parents' house and not going directly into our new house for a few months. So that is going to determine whether or not, I'm sorry if y'all can hear dogs. I stay around a bunch of dogs and these walls are so thin, and I don't know, for some reason they just like to go off. But like I was saying, this is definitely, the Instant Ink is definitely going to depend on whether or not I have access to my printer or not, because I am still undecided on whether or not I want to put the printer on the moving truck or if I want to put the printer in the car with me when I move. It's also going to depend on if I have my Etsy shop up and running like I want to, and if I am going to choose to keep it open or close it down for vacation. But then that again goes back to how long I'll be staying with my parents. So we'll see. But I do have the option to like either put this on hold or go down to a lower plan. And then last but not least is Epidemic sound, and that is all of the music that I use for YouTube videos. Now what I will say is I was reading over the contract, and it definitely says that if you like once you download the music and you use it or you have it, as long as you have the account, then they won't like flag your videos for using music without their permission. So what I may just do is I may just go ahead and download tons and tons of music over the next 3 months, and then just recycle the music, and then just not pay for the subscription for a while, but we will see. So let's go ahead and add all this together to see how much I would definitely need for 3 months of expenses. Alright you guys, so for 3 months of expenses I would need $3,182.67. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the same thing for my 6 month expenses. Now for this one, since I kind of already have it written out, I am just going to go ahead and write out the numbers for you. There is like really no need to talk about the process anymore, because it is the same thing. I do the same thing for each month. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Also, I am not going to be writing down the prices. I am just going to do like ×6, and I would know. Also to mention, Silhouette is one of the ones that I might not even be doing within the next 6 months. So let's keep that in mind. And personal loan, let me see. This is August, September, October, November, December, January, February. Yes, I will still have the personal loan. Oh, my voice is kind of going out, in 6 months. And yeah, nothing else is really gonna change. So I just want to have this somewhere that's easily accessible so that I know what's going on. Now hopefully in 6 months I will no longer have this credit card. Hopefully I can make some adjustments in my budget to where I don't have this credit card. Also, I know that a lot of people do like their emergency funds and stuff a little differently, and what I mean is some people like to have 3 to 6 months expenses on top of the $1,000 emergency fund. Since I just started late this year, I'm just gonna go ahead and lump it all into one and really hope that it works out for me. And then next year, beginning of the year, I would definitely have just $1,000 set aside for a true emergency, and then try to have 3, 6, 9 month emergency fund. Yeah, so the total for 6 month expenses is going to be $6,365.34. Y'all, this seems impossible, but I know it's possible because I've seen people do it. And now we're going to go ahead and go into the 9 month expenses, and then hopefully at the 9 month expenses I definitely, February, March, April, May, I definitely don't want to have the personal loan, because once I get my credit card paid off, I'm gonna snowball it. Oh, also let me mention, I do not have my student loans on here because, as you guys know, it's interest free to the end of the year. So I'm gonna use that, and then come January, when they when the interest goes back, I'm gonna call them and let them know that I don't have a job. So that should still keep me into forbearance, and unfortunately I probably will still get interest on what I owe, but prayerfully by that time the only loans that I would have to worry about would be my student loans and my car payment. And after my personal loan, I plan on tackling my car payment. And once I pay off my car, I plan on then working on my student loans. Y'all, I have such a long road ahead of me. And I don't know, I just don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But I had made a post on my Instagram today, and if you don't follow me on my Instagram, I'll go ahead and link it for you guys. But I had made a post of my current debt balance, and I feel like it's still in the triple digits. So I'm just like, okay, so hold on, let me hold up on that. For a fact, my credit card should be at least paid off by this point, because I'm closer to this balance than this balance. So I just wanted to put that out there, that 9 months I might not even need a credit card like expense, but I'm still gonna put it in there for the purposes of me. But I had made this post, and I had put down what my current balance on my debt is. And yes, I am still in the triple digits, and it really hurts to look at that number. But I had said that, you know, progress is progress. Whether it's slow or fast, progress is progress. And you can only be motivated to do but so much. So I just wanted to put that out there. If you're like me and you're feeling like you're not making any progress, progress is progress. Even if that bill only goes down by $5, that's $5 less that you have to pay. So I have to think about it like that. So just wanted to throw that out there in case anyone was, you know, struggling and probably thinking, you know, like, I'm never going to get through this. But I'm just trying to knock down one thing at a time. I'm also thinking about going back to school, but I don't know, that might not be the best plan for me, simply because, like, I already have so much student loan debt. So I mean, and I already have a master's, so do I really need to go back to school? I don't really think so, but you know, sometimes when you're thinking about making more money, you always result back to, well, I will just go back to school. But yeah. All right, so for 9 month expenses, my total would be $9,548.01. And you guys, this whole thing led me to, a prophecy that I need a new emergency fund goal. So I looked at what it would take for me, God forbid something happened, if I was out of work for 9 months and I didn't have a backup plan, how much money would I need? So you see, right now, currently, I would need $9,548.01 just to survive for 9 months. So this brought me to the conclusion of my new emergency fund goal. My handwriting is looking trash right now. But my new emergency fund goal is going to be $10,000. $10,000 minus the $1,000 true emergency fund. So around $9,000, but altogether $10,000. I went ahead and rounded up because that is what I felt more comfortable with. So yes, you guys, now I have set into plan my 3, 6, and 9 month goals, and I know what I need to work on, how I need to work on it, what I need to mentally prepare for. So now it's gonna all be about the hustle. It's gonna be all about the bustle, and it's gonna be about getting this amount of money saved. So one thing that you guys should know about me, I like to write everything down. Writing things down helps me. It really helps me see it because I'm a visual person, and it helps show me what I need to do. So I have put this back, and I like to call this little part of my budget binder. I'm not going to really show you guys, but this is the part that I do like all my scratch notes. So I'm keeping up with my savings. I got my sinking fund goals set, and I also got like a little breakdown sheet. When I get close to completing my sinking funds or cash envelopes, I break down, okay, in 2 months, is this attainable for me to get paid? And I'll talk more about that in my upcoming sinking funds video for the month of September. So yeah, you guys, this is how I broke down my 3, 6, and 9 month expenses. If you guys have done anything differently to break down your 3, 6, 9 month expenses, and I call these an emergency fund because seriously, having no job and having no income to me classifies as an emergency. And like I said, I have a great amount of buffer. I feel that if anything else extra was to come up, I will be able to cover it. So let me know down below how you guys came up with your 3, 6, 9 month, even if you did a year worth of expenses. How did you come up with that plan? Did you do something similar to what I did? Did you do something different? Did you just decide to cut out a lot of things? Like, what did you do? I would love to know. As always, thank you guys for watching this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button, that like button, and share it with your friends. Do not forget, you guys, once I get to 100 subscribers on this channel and over on my Instagram, I will be doing a giveaway. It will probably be like a budget starter pack with some extra surprises in there. So go ahead and follow me over there, and make sure you're following me here so that you have a chance to enter. Until next time, I'll see you later. Happy budgeting. Bye.